Hey guys, I hope you're all having a great day today. I know I am because I was scrolling through my YouTube comments earlier today when I came across a very interesting comment, and it comes from Snakeheart33, and he left this comment on my Cozy Gamers video. He asked me, have you made a video about island gaming with Jay? Now, this is the first time I heard of this dude, so I looked him up and I found a terrible video for us to respond to. So recently, Xbox did a price increase to Game Pass after not even 2 weeks ago doing a price increase on consoles. And this island gaming with Jay dude is here to run damage control. So everybody sit back, grab some drinks, grab some popcorn, and get ready to hear this shilling.
Yes, there are a lot of Xbox fans who right now is looking for a second job. And a matter of fact, there are some guys who don't mind being Jack from Titanic.
You know, I just have to wonder, who are these people that are actually going out and getting a second job just so they can play Game Pass games, dude? Because I have not met a single fucking person willing to do that. Like, if it really is that dire, and you can't afford Game Pass, the 7 Cs are always an option, man. Now, obviously, I am not advocating for piracy. I am a law-abiding citizen, and piracy is bad because Pirate Software told me so. He works for Blizzard.
Game Pass recently changed up a lot when it comes to the service, adding more features and also raising the price.
I mean, I'd love to see one of these new features that were supposedly added, because all I see is a price increase. Unless this guy considers the ability to shell out more gold coins to Microsoft as a feature, who knows? And now that we're on the topic of features, why don't we talk about how Microsoft actually decided to remove the feature of being able to buy Game Pass with Microsoft reward points, which is something that Xbox Game Pass decided not to include in their little video they put on Twitter announcing the changes. Or how about we talk about the feature that was being able to play Call of Duty in the standard tier of Game Pass that was taken away and put into Ultimate. Black Ops 7 will only be available on Xbox if you decide to buy the Ultimate tier. Unlike Black Ops 6, Microsoft is milking you for every goddamn penny, bro, and you still defend them.
And apparently, a lot of Xbox faithfuls are leaving the platform. Persons are complaining. For example, listen to Paris.
Before we go into what Paris had to say, just listen to this guy, dude. He's like, apparently Xbox fans are upset. No, not apparently. It is very visible on Twitter to see, and on YouTube to see, that Xbox fans are not happy with this change. Stop the copium, dude. People are very upset with Microsoft at the moment. But hey man, when you're a console war channel that exists to hype up your console and shit on the other ones, this is what you have to do. You have to defend your plastic box no matter what shitty decision they decide to go with. Which is why you should be neutral like me and just shit on all 3 console brands.
People just a few weeks ago going, they're going to raise the price on Game Pass. We knew that was going to happen. I was thinking 2, 3, maybe $5 a month, but to see Ultimate jump $10 a month to 30, you just said it. I don't think we can say this is the best value in gaming anymore.
And Paris here makes a great point. Yeah, I don't think it's the best value in gaming when it goes up to $30 a month. That is almost half the price of a video game per month, adding up to over $360 American a year. At that point, it's better to just buy the games. Or, like I said earlier, sail the 7 Cs.
Despite them adding in Ubisoft Plus Classics, the Fortnite stuff, not everyone wants to take advantage of that. The whole point of Game Pass has always been day one. Their first party lineup, you're getting it day one in the service. Sure, you're going to pay somewhat of a premium for that, but this takes it to a point where now I actually have to think, is this worth it to me? Am I playing enough games from Xbox Game Studios and some of the third-party indie stuff in here? Am I playing enough of these games every month that is worth it to me to spend $30?
Yes, Xbox fans like Paris here is questioning his subscription to Game Pass. We even have other prominent Xbox guys like Ryan McCaffrey saying this about the $30 price tag for Game Pass.
I mean, before we go ahead and hear his statement, just listen to how surprised this dude is that people are actually questioning a billion-dollar corporation. I almost feel bad for people like this. They're just so scared to go against the big corporation, so they just listen to and gobble up anything a billion-dollar corporation says. It is okay to, and honestly you should, question something you are expected to pay your hard-earned money for.
Xbox gamers have wanted since the start of the catastrophic Xbox One generation was a steady supply of great first-party games. Well, in 2025, we're finally getting that, and as I've already mentioned, 2026 is shaping up to be a banger too, but it's coming at the cost of, well, practically everything else. But it's not our fault. Instead, Microsoft's greed is to blame.
So yes, Ryan McCaffrey is saying that it is Microsoft greed that has us in this position. Oh yes, Ryan McCaffrey is saying that it is Microsoft greed that has us in this position.
Dude, I'm done at this point. Just listen to how surprised he sounds that somebody is actually blaming Microsoft for raising the prices on their service.
So let me start by asking this question. Why are you guys saying that Game Pass is too expensive?
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Probably because they raised the price of Game Pass to the point where, yeah, it is too expensive. Microsoft was supposed to be the affordable option, but it looks like they threw that right out the window.
Weren't the PlayStation community calling those who subscribe to Game Pass brokies?
I mean, putting value behind what random PlayStation fanboys, which are a small minority of the actual PlayStation community on Twitter, putting value behind what they have to say is not really something you should do. Like, okay, some random person on Twitter called you broke for subscribing to Game Pass. Who gives a fuck?
Yes, you guys had the saying, broke pass. Only broke gamers subscribe to Game Pass because they cannot afford, a full game. I remember the PlayStation community saying that now all of a sudden it's too expensive. I thought Game Pass was broke pass. Pay full price if you want all of these beautiful games. Who is broke pass now, ponies?
Bro, this cannot be a real video. I can't believe he's saying, "Take that, ponies," as Xbox does a price increase. Bro. I swear, console fanboyism has to be some sort of mental disorder.
So that's the first issue I have with these hypocrites who call themselves gamers. Secondly, I am hearing Xbox gamers and even PlayStation gamers saying that Game Pass is no longer the best deal in gaming. Are you crazy?
Yeah, $360 a year for games that I don't own at the end of the day, I don't really think that's worth it anymore. Before, the price was so low that I'm like, why not pay for Game Pass? I can get to play some games that I would otherwise have to pay for. But now we're getting up to this absurd price where it's just not worth it.
You want value? Well, then I will show you value. After asking the AI to calculate how much money one would save with all the amount of games coming to Game Pass, this is what the AI said. Calculating the total monetary value of all games added to Xbox Game Pass in 2025 is extremely complex and likely impossible task to do accurately for few reasons. Sheer volume of games. A very large number of games are added to Game Pass throughout the year across multiple tiers: Essential, Premium, Ultimate, PC Game Pass. The search results from October alone mention over 45 games added in 1 month, plus the entire Ubisoft Plus Classics catalog. It goes on to say that while I cannot provide an exact total dollar amount, the overall value of games added in 2025 is substantial. The additions include major titles like Day 1 releases, Ninja Gaiden 4, The Outer Worlds 2, PAX DEI 1.1, Bounty Star Keeper, and other announcements for the rest of the year.
Yes, but that's assuming you want to play every single game. In reality, there's very few games at this point that I'm actually excited for, and Ninja Gaiden 4 is one of those games, but I'll just buy it outright. because that way it's only $70, which I know is still kinda crazy that we're up to $70, and I actually get to own the game forever. This year I have enjoyed 3 games specifically in Game Pass, that being Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, Doom the Dark Ages, and Warhammer Darktide, but the truth is, I could buy all of these games, and it would be cheaper than subscribing to Game Pass to play these games. Especially if you look for sales. I seen Darktide for like $25. Now, if you're someone who actually plays like 20 different games a month on Game Pass, I can see it being worth it to you. But me personally, my selection of games that I play nowadays is too low for me to justify $30 a month. Also, the fact that this guy is trying to hype up The Outer Worlds 2 is laughable. Like, yeah, dude, people just can't wait for this game, bro.
So if you guys have to leave and sell your Xbox and unsubscribe to Game Pass, do it. We'll be over here eating good. So let me know what you thought about the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I mean, yeah, man, that was pretty bad, I gotta be honest. So, basically, don't question anything, praise Microsoft like they're the second coming of Jesus Christ himself, and consume. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike and an angry comment. I'm out.